The Trade Secretary, Kemi Badenoch, Badenoch, can't say her name properly, she was clashing with Laura Kuenssberg on the Sunday BBC. We're going to have a look at this and a bit into the details of this new Brexit trade deal that we've got. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here with an article from The Independent. The headline is Badenoch clashes with Kuenssberg over the post-Brexit trade deals. Stop interrupting me! Yeah, she kept getting cut off. Yeah, Kemi trying to make this out like this is a fantastic deal. Don't know about you guys, but I still think that we being in the EU would have been much better for us. But we are where we are now. But doesn't mean to say that we can't be back where we were before either. Trade Secretary lashes out at critics claiming that they were wrong to laugh at the government. Kemi, they're still laughing at you. We're still laughing at them. Let's read into it, guys. Kemi Badenoch, I'm going to keep mispronouncing that, I know, clashes with the BBC's Laura Kuenssberg during a feisty exchange on the merits of the Indo-Pacific trade bloc and post-Brexit trade deals. At one point, telling the host, "Stop interrupting me." The Trade Secretary lashed out at her Brexit critics during the round of Sunday interviews, claiming that it had been wrong to laugh at the government and should stop talking Britain down. Well, if Britain weren't in such a state, we wouldn't be talking it down, would we? It comes as the UK formally agrees to become the first European country to join a major Indo-Pacific trade bloc held as momentous, despite a forecast placing its value at just 1.8 billion a year. How much money was we getting from the EU? Do you guys let me know how much exactly it was in the comments, because I'm pretty sure it's a lot more than that. What are we talking? 40, 50 billion that we get from the EU? Something like that? I'm just spitting pins, but I'm sure you guys have a much higher number than that. That is for sure. But Ms Badenoch admitted that the chances of the UK of securing a free trade agreement with the US are very low, and said we can't force other countries to do things. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why you can't force them to do things. Maybe it's because you don't have anything to offer them. Appearing on Sunday with Laura Kuenssberg, the host reminded her of the Tory manifesto promise to get a post-Brexit agreement with the Americans, asking if Brexiteers had been wrong to promise buccaneering Britain that would benefit from trade deals. Ms Badenoch fired back, "That's absolutely not true. People laughed at us when we were going to join the CPTPP. The Westminster bubble laughed at us and not believing that this could happen. We've done it." Told that was a promise was made on the US deal, Mrs Badenoch said, Laura, that was an agreement with the previous president. You cannot force countries to join free trade agreements. Was President Trump really gonna push for it? No. So she's saying here that because they had a change in their president, this was never going to happen. Right, okay. So it's because it's Joe Biden's fault, right, that we're not getting a trade deal. Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, just remember that, guys, yeah? She's saying it's because of Joe Biden, because they had a change in president, is why we won't get a free trade deal. And she's wondering why we're laughing still. Told that it appeared to be a promise that you were never going to be not keeping. Mrs Badenoch fumed, "Laura, please stop interrupting me." Ooh. The Trade Secretary signed the Extension Protocol of the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for the Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, in New Zealand on Sunday. Asked if Britons would feel any people from the deal, given that the government's own assessment said it could add only 0.8% to the GDP, the Cabinet Minister told the BBC, yes, they will if they use it. Ms Badenoch said the membership of the CPTPP is only as good as the way we use it, suggesting that naysayers could hamper Britain's chances of making the most of the new trading opportunities. She told Sky News' Sophie Ridge on Sunday that the 1.8 billion a year was dwarfed by the 5 million 5 billion Manchester City spent on a playing squad. A frustrated Mrs Badenoch said it's going to make a significant amount of difference. Oh, jeez. That's just... Oh, God, can't help but laugh at that one now. That's just... My God, that is embarrassing. That's just embarrassing, guys, to be fair. A senior Tory added, if we keep telling everyone that this is not something it's worthwhile, it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. We have to stop doing this, talking our country down. No other country does this. Britain is the first member and the first European nation to join the bloc, comprising Australia, Burundi, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore and Vietnam since its formation in 2018. It represents Britain's biggest trade deal since leaving the EU, cutting tariffs for UK exports to a group of nations with UK's accession will have a combined GDP of 12 trillion, accounting for 15% of the global GDP according to officials. Asked whether China would be allowed to join the CPTPP, Mrs Badenoch told the BBC, what the BLIC is doing is making sure that its countries meet the high standards of the CPTPP that will allow it to join, so it's something that needs to be addressed. Guys, I'm just this, like 1.8 billion has been, yeah, 1.8 billion, guys. What a great thing, guys. I mean, it's just like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just not feeling this deal. I'm not feeling it, guys. It just doesn't feel like to me that this is going to make... I'm looking at it now, just like 1.8 billion. I just feel like the Conservatives are just tying us into knots, into things that we don't need to be into. You know, people are laughing because this government thinks that this is going to do well. This is going to be all. It's a good thing. This is a good thing for us. No, this is pulling us away from the EU standards. We want to be closer to our neighbours. We want to be aligned to them. The vast majority of the British public want this. This is not what the British public want. They're ignoring, and let's not forget, we never had a vote on this. You know, we had a vote on choosing whether to stay within the EU or not. The Brexit referendum. Why have we not had a vote on this? Why has the British public not had a vote on this? What's the difference here? Please tell me what the difference is. You know, that's another thing as well. And I'm kind of glad that Laura Kuenssberg kind of like hit Kemi with some hard questions. It makes a change. And nice of Sophie Widge to kind of take that little dig in there with the whole Man City squad as well thing. I think that, you know, it's just embarrassing, you know, to big it up like it's a big win when this government is not dealing with the major situation that is currently taking place in this country. You know, the cost of living crisis, the National Healthcare Service, people not being able to put food on their plates, you know, not enough housing. The list of problems goes up. Our education system, a failed education system, police in need of dire reform, you name it. We've got lots and lots of problems. The environment, the sewage, you know, I mean, it's just not. They're just trying to make things like, look over there, look over there. No, we want you to deal with what is in front of us. No, look over there, look over there. That's what they want you to do. And they're not dealing with the problems that you are facing. That's the frustration here. What do you make of this post-Brexit trade deal? Do you really think it's going to benefit us, guys, in the long term? Is it really going to make a big difference? I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I'm worried we're going to be pulling this deal is going to pull us away from alignment with the EU. That's my fear. But I want to hear what you guys have to think about the clash with Kuenssberg. Let me know down in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe as always, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all very, very soon.